Hello everyone, TarantulaDan here. I hope you're doing well today. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you all the update on the Poecilotheria regalis, the Indian ornamental tarantula, which is the female that had the rupture on the abdomen. So before I do that, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you for your involvement in this kind of like situation, I guess. Obviously I took a huge break from YouTube over the last sort of few years, coming back every now and again, but never being able to fully kind of commit to it. So hopefully now that is not going to be a problem, and I can start to get sort of content back out there again. So to everyone that was involved on YouTube comments, messages, Instagram, all that kind of thing, a huge thank you to all of you. It was really nice to have such a large people of involved and interested in this, much greater than I thought I would have. So thank you to all of you, and yeah, I really hope that you'll sort of stay around and we'll see what else comes up on the channel. Hopefully nothing like this though, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about what's been going on, show you some footage, and obviously give you the update as well. So obviously I put her into the ICU, which there is a video on that, but here is some footage of her in there. You can see it's a tissue paper base with a water dish, and I did put a cockroach in there that was completely immobilized essentially, so it didn't pose any kind of harm to her. That seemed to be going okay. The next day I checked in on her and I noticed she was on her back. Now originally I thought maybe she was going to try and push for a molt, so I actually left her like that, but the next day when I checked in, she actually righted herself up again. So I think what had happened is I think she'd been kind of climbing and had fallen backwards, or something wasn't right. So I swapped the tissue paper out for a substrate base. It was difficult because I wanted to make sure there was enough there that she couldn't obviously climb in that tub, but also enough that should she try and molt, that she would have the space to do so. Sadly, she never did try and molt again, and upon checking on her this morning, I have found that she has in fact died. I am absolutely gutted by this. As you can see in the video, I did also put flour on her. I dabbed that onto her around where the wound was to try and stop it from kind of leaking. Obviously I dried it out and just kept the water dish in there for her, but I think the rupture was actually a lot worse than I thought, and seemed to actually go down the side of the abdomen as well, because when I looked underneath there was a lot of it there as well. So it just seemed to be just leaking out quicker than it was healing, and so yeah, she has died. To be honest, I am really gutted about that. You can see here just how big this spider was, and she was, and I will never encourage anyone to handle spiders. If you've been on my channel for long enough, you'll know that that's what I used to do more so than anything, was handling requests essentially, and it was a really terrible idea, and it's not something that I kind of do now. But there are times when things happen, and it kind of calls for it. So but there were a couple of times when I was sort of breeding her or wherever, and I would end up with her kind of like running up my leg or whatever, and she was great. She never gave me kind of any trouble. She was a really I don't want to say a docile spider as such, but like she never gave me any trouble, and she could have given me a lot of trouble had she wanted to. So yeah, it was a real shame that she has died. I am going to put her in the freezer, and I'm going to keep her, and I'm going to contact one of my friends that do like spider taxidermy, and she's one that I'm going to have to get mounted, because she's just to be honest, she's my largest arboreal, and she's always been one of my favourites. The sad thing as well is I did fairly recently pair her up as well, so I was actually waiting on an egg sac, and obviously that will not be happening either. So yeah, huge shame for that, but sadly that is part of owning spiders. They will kind of die from time to time for reasons that aren't always in our control. So yeah, not a great ending to this, but I wanted to give you all the update. So to all of you again, thank you for being involved with this. And as always, please let me know in any comments or messages what kind of videos you'd like me to do in the future, and I will try and respond to each and every one of you, and we'll get those videos done. So thank you everyone, take care, and I'll see you soon in the next video.